Greetings and welcome, open-minded viewers. Today, on a journey through aesthetic realms, we have a glimpse of the enigmatic Lemurian people of Mount Shasta, California, USA. For more than a century, scientists, spiritual practitioners, and local residents have reported unique sightings and encounters with beings in and around Mount Shasta. These all relate to a race of highly advanced beings said to live deep inside volcanic chambers within the sacred mountain. In the mid-19th century, paleontologists had described a continent, Lemuria, which used to bridge the Indian Ocean and allowed the migration of lemurs from Madagascar to India. In the 1880s, Frederick Spencer Oliver, an author, referred to a secret city, Telos, hidden deep inside Mount Shasta, and also mentioned the lost continent of Lemuria. In present times, one of the respected researchers and author of numerous books surrounding these mysterious locations is Miss Ariella Louise Jones. Her books, which have been published in 9 languages, include the Telos series and The 7 Sacred Flames, describe in detail the lives and philosophies of the people of Telos according to her telepathic communications with a member of their population, Adama. In addition, in Angelo's Message to the World, her special cat companion Angelo conveys a telepathic message from the animal kingdom. Our correspondent visited Mount Shasta, where Miss Aurelia Louise Jones spoke on this subject.
Can you please tell us more about Adama and the Telosians?
Adama is the high priest of Telos, the city of light beneath Mount Shasta. They are a remnants of the Lemurian civilization that perished 12,000 years ago. The Telosians live in a 5th-dimensional city of light, so they can live inside the mountain, but they're not limited to the inside the mountain because the dimension is different. They don't have rocks for roofs. You know, they have their own sun. They have everything they need. They live in an absolute situation of paradise, divine perfection. There are 1.5 million Telosians and beneath Mount Shasta that live there from the remnants of Lemuria, and they have forged themselves the most wondrous paradise, and they are waiting for us to be ready to come out and teach us to do the same, to build our own cities of light on the surface, and to bring back the paradise that this planet once knew in the first 3 golden ages.
There have also been other contacts with the Lemurian people. Guy Warren Ballard of the I Am movement discussed in his book, Unveiled Mysteries, his meeting with the Ascended Master Saint Germain on the slopes of Mount Shasta in 1930. These masters are said to have elevated to a higher dimension from which they guard and help the evolving human race. Some believe that the highly developed descendants of Lemuria still work today on behalf of these masters within the sacred mountain. Years ago, Dr. M.M. Dorial already noted his visit to the Lemurians living inside the mountain. He described the space he went to. It was about 2 miles in height, about 20 miles long, and 15 miles wide. He went on further to explain that a magnificent glowing mass of light poured down from the center of the great cavern and illuminated the space like a bright summer's day sun inside the mountain.
Will you please tell us about those cities of light?
Above every big cities on the planet here, there are cities of light that are invisible to us at this point. But for them, they are physical. But they are cities of light. They vibrate at a different frequency, so they're not visible to us. And they are cities that live according to divine principle, universal laws, or the Christ consciousness. So they live in a vibration of divine perfection, where everyone is happy, there's no poverty, it's a true sense, a true brotherhood of love and light. Life unfolds with ease and grace, and there is no hardship of any kind. And there's a lot of time for learning, for serving, and helping each other. In the cities of light, everyone works for the benefit of the collective, not for personal agendas. It's embracing the love of the Creator.
Stay with us on Supreme Master Television for more with American author Aurelia Louise Jones and her encounters with mysterious beings from Telos inside the sacred mountain of Mount Shasta in the USA. Coming up next, Ms. Jones will share with us how humanity will soon join with the divine nature of the galactic civilizations. We will be right back. Welcome back to a journey through a set of realms. As we find out more about the city of Telos in Lemuria, the legend of the benevolent, tall, and graceful beings from Lemuria has been reported from such famed personalities as Madame Blavatsky, Edgar Cayce, the Rosicrucian Order, and many other prominent writers and teachers. Let us now rejoin our interview with Aurelia Louise Jones as she explains that people on Earth may also live in paradise, as do the people of Telos. However, she said we must change to more compassionate, uplifting ways to attain the higher frequency of the cities of light.
All galactic and enlightened civilization live according to this divine perfection. And we long for this because we have memories of that in our soul. We experienced that in the past. The cities of light will eventually descend into our atmosphere, but only when the people that live below, humans, will match that vibration. It's not like we're all going to ascend at once. You have to have attained that level of consciousness to be able to immortalize your body and take your rank, your place around among the immortals.
J.C. Brown's story with the Lemurians serves as an example that people cannot be among this advanced civilization when they are not yet spiritually ready. At the beginning of the 20th century, British geologist J.C. Brown discovered an 18-kilometer-long underground tunnel full of rooms and chambers at the bottom. The walls were lined with timbered copper and hung with shields and wall pieces made of gold and inscribed with drawings and hieroglyphics. There was also evidence of people who were over 3 meters tall. Seeing the fine statues, worship place, and golden sun design, Mr. Brown was firmly convinced that he was witnessing the remnants of a lost civilization. He called it the Village Blitz. The discovery of British geologist J.C. Brown was not published until 30 years later. He made careful and in-depth readings about the lost Lemurian civilization. In 1934, he led a large group of eager scientists and journalists on an expedition to the mountain. However, when all were excitedly expecting him to reveal the location of the tunnel, Mr. Brown mysteriously disappeared the night before, and the secret tunnel remained untouched. The Lemurians also emphasized the importance of treating all beings with compassion, the natural way of living for the soul.
Nadama said then, we will not bring our animals to the surface until they can receive in your realm as much love as they receive in our realm. He said because there's still a lot of animal abuse on this planet, and this is not acceptable. A civilization, their evolution is evaluated much by the way they treat the animals, and it doesn't say much for the civilization how people treat their animals. So Dhamma says until all the animals that we could release in your dimension could be loved as much as they are loved in our dimension, you will not see them.
The residents enjoy many benefits from the kind-hearted plant-based diet, including living in a world that flourishes with understanding and life.
Telos is the biggest Noah's Ark on the planet. When they knew the continent would perish, they gathered beings of all the species that existed in Lemuria. And they're much more than what we know. So they have all kinds of beautiful animals that we have never seen yet on the surface, but they existed before. They're still in Telos. They have one level that's only animals. They all live together. Telos is really the place where the lion and the lamb lie side by side. There's no aggression. They could not be there if they had any aggression. So they are in the fifth dimension. And they are evolving there. The Telosians are planning to bring back to the surface some of these beautiful animals that we haven't seen in thousands of years. They're all telepathic. They communicate. They don't have to speak.
Earth's suffering is a result of bad karmic habits that we have incorporated over time, such as meat consumption. Ms. Aurelia Jones suggests that the misfortunes on our Earth will be lifted once we improve our ways. Then the story of Earth will serve as a warning to other beings in the universe to be good stewards of each other and the planet.
We have come here as volunteers for this great experiment of separation and duality to teach all the rest of the universe what separation can bring, and that is going to be our reward of being restored, and how you can be in ultimate separation from God, and then how the soul in its nature is love, so how we can return to love. And then, having known separation, we will be able to teach all of us about separation on this planet, and or be able to teach the future generations about the consequences of separation.
American author Aurelia Jones delivers a reminder that everyone originates from God. Finding the aesthetic essence within will uplift our world so that we, like the inhabitants of Telos, may also enjoy Eden on Earth.
Divinity exists into each one of us. There is no one on this planet, no matter how unenlightened they are or spiritual asleep they are all governed by divinity. And as the vibration rises, as more and more people awaken, it's like the 100 monkey effect. There will be more and more.
Thank you, Miss Aurelia Jones, for sharing your insights and delivering the messages of the Telos people. May God's grace be in all that you do as you continue to encourage others to reawaken the divinity within. To our gracious viewers, we have enjoyed your company on today's A Journey Through Aesthetic Realms. Now please stay tuned to Supreme Master Television for Vegetarianism, the Noble Way of Living, after noteworthy news. Wishing you and your loved ones many blissful days filled with heaven's blessings.